This is a bonus video. I have another video that's going to post tomorrow evening that will talk about why people are leaving the church and want nothing to do with Jesus. So join me then. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about something that I read in the news today, and it's your false prophet news. Many of you know the false pastor Hank Kunneman. He dresses real nice. He speaks eloquently. He stands up there. But during his church service yesterday, he's talking crazy. He hasn't stopped, but he's talking like this at his church service. He's the pastor. And let me read what he said. I want to read it to you. This is what he did. Kicked off his sermons, he was ranting about the election at the service, at the start of the service yesterday, Sunday, for Sunday service. And he said, let's see, what did he say? He said, anyone with a brain knows that the election was stolen. So he starts off with that part. But then here's where he gets really, really crazy. He says, Hank Kunneman insisted that if Trump is not reinstated to the White House, it'll prove that the evil agenda that hell has cannot be stopped, and Christians could eventually see their churches shut down, their children taken away, their wives raped, and everyone shipped off to concentration camps. This is what he said during his church service, kicking it off. Wives raped, children taken away, people shipped off to concentration camps. Are you kidding me? You see what I mean? I told you these guys they're nuts. They're crazy. To kick off a service, being in a God's house, and you're the pastor, and this is how you start your service off. Ranting. Political rants. You know, if I'm sitting in a church and somebody kicks off political rant like that, I'm going to grab my Bible, I'm going to get up, and I'm leaving. And that's what you should do too. Nobody should sit under this type of leadership. This is not a pastor. That's why I call stuff out like that on this channel. Because this is the kind of nonsense that's going on within God's house. And they think that the Spirit of God is there and they're just all, I mean, when you watch the service and, you know, the music is playing and they're just all, and then his prayers, even his prayers are ranting type prayers where he's ranting and more so like an angry type prayer. And this guy is a fraud. And he sits there and he'll say, well, you know, and don't talk about the other little false prophets, his buddies that he stands with. Because he says, you know, we all stand together. We're a team and all of this stuff. And you speak against us, something bad is going to happen to you. That's always their thing. We're going to say, well, you better believe what we say, because if you don't follow it, something bad is going to happen to you. You know what? The bad is going to happen to them because they're under God's judgment. And he's not pleased, as I keep saying it. And he can continue to parade around with his political rants, misleading the congregation, not teaching the word of God. You know, and this right here, stuff like this makes you wonder, where I said, everybody, when I had a message teaching about the calling of a pastor, when God calls you to be a pastor and stuff. And I said some people are operating in spiritual gifts that they shouldn't be operating in. And then there's some people that they shouldn't even be operating in that at all, because they're not part of the flock. They've been sent there by Satan as undercover spies for the kingdom of Satan to portray like they're working for God, but they're not. And there's a whole lot of pastors like that. There's a whole lot of preachers like that. There's a whole lot of Christians, people that call themselves Christians like that. They have infiltrated, as somebody put in a comment section on the other video, that Satan has infiltrated the church. And he's infiltrated it more than ever in this day and age. So I wanted to give you that news, what this guy's talking about. Raped, concentration camps. That's what's really going to happen in America. If you believe that, you need to really go see about yourself and do some self-examination. I know America's bad, but that's not going to happen. I mean, you're talking like something, as if we're on a dark path, but I don't think we're going to go that dark. So that's foolish talk as far as I'm concerned. But as you know, on this channel, we'll continue to call it out. We'll continue to call out Satan, all his tactics, and punch him right in between his mouth, and put him on the run, as I always say. But until the next video, Evangelism for God, consider coming along for the journey if you want to hear about issues and be exposed to what's going on from the dark side of things. And hit like and come along for the journey. But until the next video, my friends, I'm Maurice Braxton. Take care. God bless.